dipaksa, cara menyenangkan penuh cinta. Read aloud, bacakan nyaring sesering mungkin. Manfaatnya sungguh bukan main. Read aloud, the more you read, the more you know, and the more you know, the smarter you grow.
Ada aktivitas sederhana tak membuat semua suka membaca, berteman dengan buku tanpa dipaksa, cara menyenangkan penuh cinta. Read aloud, bacakan nyaring sesering mungkin. Manfaatnya sungguh bukan main. Read aloud, the more you read, the more you know, and the more you know, the smarter you grow. Read aloud, for the smarter you grow.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, my name is Kenzie, Hizkia, Adelard, and today I'll be reading about Finding the Tome, written by Russ Bayak. It's a Saturday afternoon, Sarah whines. Why are we spending it at the library? I figured this would be the best place to piece together an explanation of why all these weird things have been happening lately, I replied. Earning on a Saturday should be illegal, she retorts. In fact, Kin, I'm making it illegal as of this moment. And if you pass through these doors, you'll be breaking the law. Stop being so dramatic, I say as I walk up the steps with Jake, my little brother. Bounding behind me, his backpack is crammed with books to return. Inside, the comforting scent of books fills my nostrils as Jake unloads his backpack onto the counter before meandering to the children's section. Sarah and I steps up to the counter and I say to the librarian, "Excuse me, but we need some help exploring local history." "Oh, are you researching a report for school?" she asks as she scans Jake's books. "Something like that," I replied. "Except we were wondering if you have any historical records of strange events happening lately around town." "You certainly live in the perfect town for that. Since the founding of Potter's Mill, people have experienced many odd occurrences." "You know about this stuff?" Sarah asks. "Only a tidbit or two, but we have some help. Excellent references materials that might help." The librarian gestures for us to follow her to a table of the opposite side of the building. Large old leather-bound books line the shelves surrounding us. "I don't think I could even lift some of these massive books," Sarah whispers. The librarian saunters over to start running her finger down one shelf. She pauses at an empty space and makes an annoyed face. "It appears that the tome I'm searching for is missing. These books aren't allowed off the premises, so I can't imagine who would have taken it." It seems though she is talking to herself now. Perhaps Mr. Miller moved it to the attic as a part of a reorganization. It certainly wouldn't be very popular to read. Librarian returns to us and says, "Sorry, dears, but I believe Mr. Himmel, the head librarian, has placed the book somewhere. Unfortunately, he's on vacation for the next 2 weeks. If you'd like to return then, I'm sure he could assist you." With that, she strolls back to the desk to assist someone else. "Looks like our visit to the library was pointless," Sarah says as she stands up to leave. "You heard her about the book was possibly being in the attic?" I said. "We should investigate up there." Sarah assesses the doorway behind the librarian's desk. Narrow stairs lead upward, but suspended on a rope in front of them is a sign that says, "Authorized personnel only." Sarah shoots me her. "This is a bad idea, Glare. Things are getting weird around here, and I see no sign of them letting up." It's time to be proactive and start figuring things out for ourselves, I snapped. Okay, Sarah says, surrendering. What do you suggest? We need Jake to distract the librarian while we sneak upstairs. Sidetracking the librarian proves easier than we thought. Jake, who has never suffered a shortage of questions, keep her attention long enough for us to sneak up the stairs. The stairwell is longer and steeper than I expected, curving around the outside of the building. After ascending for some time, we emerge into a long, musty room. At the far end, a small, round window allows in the afternoon light. It's gloomy and dusty, but we can see row after row of books and an old shelf. Compared to where we've been recently, this might as well be the playground at midday, Sarah says. And I have to agree, thinking about the hollow and the cave of the lost. The room almost seems comfortable, practically cozy. Come on, I say. The book must be up here somewhere. Scan the titles for anything that looks promising. Sarah takes one side and I take the other. Working our way down the shelves, none of the titles seem as though they would contain any helpful. We're just about to the end of the shelves when we hear it. Footsteps on the stairs. We had no good place to hide, so we quickly cross the room and press ourselves into the dark space behind the door. We wait as the footsteps grow louder. They sound too soft and tentative to be made by an adult. And for a moment, I wonder if Jake has followed us. Looking through the crack where the door hangs on its hinges, we watch the footsteps reaching the landing at the top of the stairs and suddenly stop. No one steps inside, but we can hear shallow breathing. Sarah presses closer to the crack, trying to catch a glimpse of whatever is on the landing. When she brushes against the door, it moves with a creak that sounds like an explosion in the silence. We hold our breath and wait for whoever is it to pull back the doors and catch us. It doesn't happen. And after some time, we move out from behind the door. No one stands on the landing, even though we never heard anyone go back down or enter the room. I carefully go down the steps to the first bend and peer around the corner. Nothing. A loud thump explodes upstairs, so I quickly climb back up to find Sarah, terrified, staring at a large book on the floor. I don't know what happened, she says. I was waiting for you, and I just heard a fall. I picked up the heavy book and examined the title, Potter's Bill, a history by John Potter III. Small text fills the yellowing pages, broken up into a few places by drawings. Someone tore out a few pages here and there, but it looked as though it will provide lots of information. Suddenly, we hear the thunderous sounds of many feet rushing up the stairs. I hold the book to my chest as the noises grow. I can hear something like children's laughter, but it's hard to tell. Sarah and I look at each other and then close our eyes, bracing for whatever's about to happen. The door slams shut, startling us, and then everything falls silent. We look around, but we're alone in a room. And after a few moments, we're able to move again. What's going on? Sarah asks. I'm so tired of all this. I am too, but maybe this book will help, I say, trying to soothe her. Let's get out of here. Sarah nods and we casually make our way back down the stairs where the librarian waits. Okay, that's all of the book. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.